hope you're having a great day. It's Dr. Clark from duoPT&YOGA here this morning to lead you in a short flow, primarily focusing on getting our body alignment. And in doing that, I truly believe when you align yourself physically, you have much more opportunity then mentally and spiritually to be more aligned. So this class is being recorded for you just a couple days after Thanksgiving. And during this time of year, even though maybe your holiday looked a little different, you still may have overindulged in food or drink or less sleep. So I think this flow will be important because it will help us just work on our breath and our alignment. We'll incorporate some twisting, but it won't be super long so that you can fit it in your day no matter where you are. Maybe if you're doing some online shopping, you can take a quick break, do this flow, and bring yourself on back. All right? So find yourself in a comfortable seat. We're going to work on our breath. And so I just happen to be on this lovely little meditation cushion here. So I want you to just align yourself so that your shoulders are over your hips. And whether your legs are straight or crossed or you're sitting on a pillow or not is less relevant. What's more important is you choose a posture and a position that does promote your best alignment. And then once we get into that seated alignment, I want you to close your eyes and we're going to work on our breathing. So while we're starting, no judgment, don't change anything, just notice your breath. I always find that whenever anyone asks me to do that, no matter how I was breathing, short and jagged or rushed or round, or I always just can be like, and take just a nice deep breath. So I hope you get that sensation as well. And in yoga, you want to breathe in and out through your nose. It allows us to warm the air, clean the air. And often in your practice, it gives you an auditory cue to listen to, that breath moving in and out through the back of your throat. And now start to take notice of your breathing. Try and have your inhale match your exhale. Maybe that's a count 4 at the start, working towards either 6, 8, or 10, lengthening our breath over time, but wanting the inhale to be as long as the exhale. So let's try for 4. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. And then exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold yourself empty. Let's try it again. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it at the top. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And repeat that sequence in your comfortable seat 3 more times. And maybe you choose to inhale longer. Make sure your exhale is longer. So about 3 more breaths. And as you're completing that final breath, let's try to deepen our breathing one more time so we can really calm and center ourselves. I want you to engage the muscles of your pelvic floor. So those are the muscles at the very base of your spine, the very muscles that you kind of feel like you're sitting on right now that are supporting you. So just slowly engage those muscles. It's honestly the best cue is to make you feel like you're trying to be sure you make it to the bathroom on time. So just gently turn those muscles on. They support all your internal structures. And in doing that, you create a seal or a lock at the base of your spine. So now as our breath is moving in and we keep that engaged, it actually physiologically helps your lungs broaden and expand more and your diaphragm move low. And so that seal or that lock, that mula bandha that you're creating at the bottom affords you the opportunity to have this upward lift in your chest with your breath and your heart, which is that uddiyana bandha, that upward lift. Okay, so engage your pelvic floor just slightly. As you inhale, first fill your low belly, then your upper abdomen and your lungs, and then exhale. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. This time, keep your eyes closed. Inhale. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Tilt your chin towards the sky. And as you exhale, eyes closed, hands heart center, we're going to set our intention here for this practice. I hope your week has been full of gratitude and opportunities to be thankful. Maybe there was an opportunity to overindulge in something. So just come back to your grounding intention. Maybe it's a mantra. I am grateful. I am peaceful. I am happy. And keeping your eyes closed. Just allow yourself to be focused on that meditation, that mantra. And I'm grateful for you taking this opportunity for yourself here this morning. Good. On your next inhale, blink your eyes open. Reach up towards the sky. Tilt your chin up towards the sun. And as you exhale, bring your right hand down to the side. Bring your left arm long. So if you're sitting on the floor, your forearm could be on the ground. You could be on a block or a mat. I'm going to walk my fingertips out towards the side. The important thing here during this side stretch is you keep your sit bones down. So that left one wants to like whoop, come up off the ground. Press it down. Keep it grounded. Rotate your chin and your heart up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, come back through center. Good. Inhale, reach. Gaze up. Exhale, fold left. So same cues. Keep your hips grounded. This time really push that right hip down. Elongate your right arm up by your right ear. Tilt your chin up towards the sky. And then exhale, come back through center. Good. We'll roll our shoulders a few times. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, down and back. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, down and back. Switch direction. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Good. We're going to take an opportunity here to do a seated cat and cow. So I like to place my hands on the front of my knee. And however you've been sitting, if you were crisscross, let's go ahead and just change your crisscross. Just because we all have like a preferred way. And so it's good to switch it up sometimes. So check your alignment in your seat. Use your head over your shoulders, over your hips. And on your next inhale, in this seated cow pose, you tilt your pelvis forward, anterior pelvic tilt. You drop your belly, so you're arching your back, you're lifting your chin and your gaze, you're broadening across your shoulders. So with my hands on my knees, I'm kind of pressing outward as I open and externally rotate my shoulders and lift. And then as you exhale, do the opposite. You start to tuck your pelvis under. You roll your shoulders inward. You round your spine all the way down and back. And your gaze and your chin tip down towards your belly and your seat. And by holding on the front of your knees and really rounding into that back, you get a really nice upper back stretch. Sometimes it feels good to kind of like work it side to side. And that's our seated cat. So inhale, seated cow, anteriorly tilt your pelvis forward, externally rotate your shoulders, elongate your spine, tilt your gaze up. And then for our seated cat, tuck your pelvis under, posterior pelvic tilt, slightly round those shoulders in, around your whole spine, tip your chin down. 2 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, round. And we're squeezing out our insides. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Good. We're going to kind of work into a little bit of a twist now. So I want you to inhale, reach and lengthen, gazing up. Exhale, go ahead and twist to the right. So place your right hand behind you, if you can, at the base of your spine and your sacrum to keep you elongated. My left hand is across my body to the outside of my right knee. I'm gently facilitating a twist through my lower spine. And if it feels okay, gaze over your right shoulder. If not, keep your chin in line with your heart and you're still getting that low spinal twist and this abdomen ringing out that we're seeking without bothering your neck. Inhale brings your gaze back to center. Exhale undoes your twist. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands heart center. One more, inhale, reach. This time we're going to twist to the left. So I bring my left hand behind my body, helps prop me up and elongate my spine. My right arm is across my body, outside my left knee. The twist is emphasized from your sit bones through about your belly button. That's really your lumbar spine we're trying to twist. And then if you can, you're twisting through your upper body and your neck, but if that's too much, your chin stays right in alignment with your chest and your heart, and you still get that low spinal twist, which is good because this part of our body is where we want that ringing effect to help us become aligned physically, energetically, and you'll feel better too mentally and spiritually. So your next inhale, your chin comes back to center. Exhale, undo your twist. Good, let's roll our shoulders. Maybe you want to do a few more cat-cows just to neutralize your spine a little bit. All right, good. And then what I'd like you to do is from your comfortable seat, bring your knees in so that your feet are going to be able to touch because we're moving into a seated butterfly pose. So in our seated butterfly pose, sometimes it feels good that you have a block or a pillow underneath your sacrum because that helps your pelvis come into an anterior pelvic tilt and it keeps your spine long, okay? So you want your feet to touch, and if they're out in front or close to your body is less relevant. Closer does not mean better. Some people just have more flexible legs than others. And anatomically, our hips can have different alignment, and so you cannot compare your hip comfort zone with anyone else because you could physiologically have different alignment in your hips. So if you can master bringing your feet a little bit closer, that's fine, but it doesn't mean that you're better. just means your hips are allowing it. So make sure you're in that slight anterior pelvic tilt. Your feet are together. You can do a few things with your hands. You can wrap them around your feet, and then you can use your elbows to press that lower leg and open your hips even more. You can put your hands out on your knees and press them down. You can grasp around your ankles or your shins. The goal in this pose is to find a place of relaxation so your hips drop open. And that may mean propping them up with blocks and pillows so that the body can relax where it's at, and then slowly melt a little bit deeper into a stretch. So that's really your goal, is to find a place where your body will relax and just sit with it. So we're going to stay here for a few breaths. You can continue your breathing with the engagement of your pelvic floor, filling your low belly and your lungs, lifting your heart, and exhaling. You focus on your breath. You don't have to worry about your hips, right? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. When you feel like you've had enough, be gentle with yourself. Put your hands underneath your legs. Bring them up so they kind of close like a book. And then it usually feels good after that to kind of just windshield wiper your hips side to side to neutralize your spine. Good. And then we're going to move into a few other twists and stretches. But if you're not already there, come on down to the floor. And we're going to come into like a little L sit. Okay, so you're sitting on your sacrum, on your, not your sacrum, your ischial tuberosities, your sit bones. So move the flesh out from underneath so actually feel that. And then your goal is to have your shoulders again over your hips. So if while you're sitting here, you feel like your back is rounded, try boosting up your hips with a pillow or a towel or a block to allow yourself to have a little bit more length in the legs. Try bending your knees slightly so that your spine can be longer. Maybe put a pillow or a bolster or block under your knees, because this spinal alignment is key to success in getting more length out of this stretch. So meet your body wherever it's at. On your inhale, reach your arms up, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips, this is where your knee bend may be key, because what we don't want is this rounding to get forward. What we do want is hip hinge, and at some point, your hip hinge will stop, and then you can just fold the top of your body over wherever you're at. No shame in bending your knees. It helps your body actually to be in a position of comfort and relax, and eventually you can inch those knees back down and out, but this is a very slow process over time to increase your length. It's also temperature dependent. If you're warmer or you're in a warmer place, there's more opportunity for length. And if you're colder or you're in a colder place, your body is a little bit more restricted. So it might just take a little bit of warm up too. When you're ready on your inhale, come back up to your tall seat. Maybe roll your ankles out. As you inhale, roll your wrists out. Exhale, switch the direction of everything. Roll everything in the opposite direction. Now we're going to do one leg at a time. So bring your right leg in and let it fold out to the side. So now on my seat, my left leg is headed to the left corner of my mat. My right foot is touching my left inner thigh, and my right knee just falls out to the side. So it helps that we already did that butterfly stretch, so this hip will open up. On your inhale, you can put your hand on your right knee, twist your body so your chest is aligned with your left big toe, left arm up. On your exhale, hinge forward from your hip. Feel free to bend that knee. And then you can decide about draping your body over that left leg or not. And just get comfortable here. Be comfortable where you're uncomfortable. That is where your opportunity for growth lies. Literally, figuratively, all of it. So just kind of wallow in it. I'm not saying you should be in pain, but if you can kind of bend your knee, straighten your knee, hinge a little more at your hip, just try that, but just be focused on your breath and just meet your body where it's at. Your body might feel a little different each day, or depending on where you are or what you've been up to. It's okay. On your next inhale, come back up nice and tall. Switch your feet. So right leg, right heels to the right corner of my mat. Left leg bends, left foot meets my right inner thigh. I put my left hand on my left knee to help twist through my low abdomen and my spine so my chest is aligned with my right toe. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, forward fold. So hinge first at the hip, bend the knee if that helps, and then you kind of just fall and drape over that right leg. And maybe do a little, we call it threading sometimes. So you can kind of like flex and extend your knee or hinge on and off at your hip. Just gently. Your body has an intricate web of nerves that the information from your brain communicates down through your spinal cord and then out to every extremity. And if you're having a muscle tightness or you've had an injury, maybe you've been just doing different activity or you're in a different place, your body just responds a little different. So sometimes that like flossing movement makes it feel better. Inhale, come on back up. Roll out your right ankle. Inhale, roll out your wrists on the way up. Exhale, switch your circles in your foot and your ankle. Come on back down. Good. We're going to do one more twist. So this twist that I like to do, we're going to bend our right leg up, and I like to cross it over the left, and then I bend my left knee so my left heel is under my right sit bone, and then I'm also on my left sit bone. Okay, so try and get that spinal alignment first. If you don't like the leg crisscross and this one bent, just bend your right knee in and hold it bent. Okay. What we're all going to do is you can keep your right hand on your right knee, or you can put your right hand behind you. Inhale your left arm up. Options are either just wrap it around this leg to bend you, or as you do your twist, bring your right elbow across to the outside of your right knee. So my left elbow is on the outside of my right knee. It's come across my body. My right hand's behind me. I have a really nice twist through my low spine. And if you want to add it, moving your shoulders more to the right, moving your gaze more to the right, that's just another option for you. Your next inhale brings your chin to center. Your exhale untwists you. Go ahead, windshield wiper those legs, neutralize your spine. We're going to do the other side. And this flow is just such a nice, quick little one that you could do anywhere, any day, anytime. Gets you focused on your breath. You could spend more time on the breathing. We did 3 or 5 rounds of breath. You could do 10. You could do less and spend more time in each pose. But I think this sequence of coming into your breath, aligning your body, doing some twisting is like a really great way to start your day. So when you're ready, inhale, right arm up this time. As you exhale, we're twisting to the left. So my right right elbow's outside my left knee. My left hand is behind me. I'm on both sits bones, gazing over your left shoulder if you can. Breathe. When you're ready, your chin comes back to center on an inhale. You undo your twist on an exhale. Let's do one more seated butterfly, if you feel like you have it in you. Pressing those knees, encouraging them to come down towards the mat. Maybe if it feels okay, hinging forward at your hips, letting your head and shoulders just drape over. Just intensifies the stretch in your hips, which feels nice. Roll out your neck. On your inhale, roll your spine up. We're going to roll on down into a seated pigeon. So for supine pigeon, take your right leg, cross your right ankle over your left knee. So we're making a figure 4. Reach through under your left thigh. Use your right elbow to push your right hip open as you bring your left thigh towards you. Flex both feet. Keep using your breath. Maybe rock side to side a little bit if that feels good in your hips. And when you're ready, uncross, do the other side. Left ankle over left knee drops open. Reach through your right thigh. Press your left knee open, flex both feet. This is just a really nice, accessible way to get your hips stretched into pigeon. And when you've had enough, poke your knees towards your chest, bring your chin towards your knees, and then cross your feet at your ankles and kind of just rock and roll a few times to come back up to your seat and get right back into your comfortable seat where we started. And maybe you feel like you could sit a little bit taller, longer, breathing easier. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hands heart center, eyes closed. Come back to your intention, your mantra. Be grateful that you have this opportunity to align yourself physically, energetically, mentally, spiritually. It's been my pleasure to guide you in this practice. It's traditional to close practice saying namaste, which means the light and the love inside of me sees, honors, and cherishes the light and the love inside of you. So if that feels good to you, we can bow to each other and say namaste. Thanks, yogis. It was so nice to see you today. I appreciate that you're watching, that you're subscribed to this channel. I continue to keep uploading content for you. If there's anything you want, if there's any special instruction you think you need, please don't hesitate to reach out. Much love. Bye-bye.